All right, next let's look at a simple bar chart. Okay, and we're going to use metals first. Okay, metals, we read CSV. Okay, data. Okay, if you use the um, if you use the regular slash, which is particular to Windows, um, then you don't need the two backslashes. Okay, so you need, this is not an escape character. So, and we want the name, which is medals by country 2016. So put that there. Okay, so that takes in medals. Okay, so we have medals here, and we have X for country. I don't know why X. Okay, so let's change the name instead of X. I guess it was blank in the file. So let's say names, medals, the first one, okay, equal to country. Okay, now let's go here and check. It didn't work. Oh, yes. I don't. Okay. The names. Okay, so names, medals will give you all the names, and in that, the first one should be. All right, so that's changed to country. Okay. So let's do a bar chart. So we start with ggplot, right? Metals is the data, comma, AES. Now we need to give X and Y, right? So we can say country, and we want to plot the gold. Plot gold, right? So you don't have to say X equal to country. It'll work, X equal to country, but you can skip it. Then first one will be X, the second one will be Y.
So when you're reading in the data, why on this one is it like a backslash like that, and earlier you did two like forward slashes?
Well, this is the forward slash. Forward slash will work only in Windows. I don't know whether it will work in Mac, and Unix it won't work. So backslash is what is more universal. But we are using Windows machines, so both will work. But if you use backslash, since backslash is an escape character, to get an actual backslash, you have to put two backslashes. So you get one. Okay, so now we have said what we need to plot, and then here we have geom bar. Okay. Now, in bar chart, okay, there is a, if you give a column of just character variables, then the geom will create your, you have, it will create the frequencies and plot it. Okay, but now the column itself, the column gold, has the frequencies already in it. Okay, we want to plot those values. Okay, so here we have to say stat equal to identity. So don't ask me what that identity is, but that's what you have to do. So if the column already is summarized, because remember, so this column already has the number of metals in it, right? It's already summarized, so you say stat equal to identity. Okay. So then you print, so you have the bar chart. Okay. Now we need to clean up a little bit. Okay, for one thing here, one country name is running into another, and we need some titles and value labels. So here, if we can put the frequency right on top of the bar chart, and that will be more useful. So let's start with that. Okay. To put value labels on top of each bar, okay, we do that with geom text. We did this in Python. We used ax.container and 0. So here it is a lot easier. So again, what needs to be plotted, okay, it goes in AES. When you say what needs to be plotted, label equal to gold. Gold is the column, that's where the label should come from. Okay. Whatever numbers that you see in the column gold, use that as the label. That's what it says. Okay, so now it's going to put the labels, and the labels are placed, okay, such that the height of the label, okay, the midpoint of the height of the font, okay, is at the top edge of the bar. Okay, that's why you see half of it inside the bar, half of it outside the bar. And what you need to do is vjust. So comma, we say vjust, right? Okay, now AES should be, okay, AES just says what needs to be printed in the plot. Now what properties, so this is part of geom text, so we say vjust some problem. Geom text AES label. All right, vjust. Okay, so if you give a positive number, it will bring it down. If you give negative number, it will take it up. So let's give a positive number first, then see what happens. Okay, so there's some problem. Geom bar. Okay, I had an extra parenthesis. So if I put 1, it's pushing it inside the bar, which is not a big deal, but it's not printing properly. You can't see what it is, so you can say color equal to white. Okay, so then you'll be able to see it better. So maybe we just you can do 1.1. Now, if you want it outside, then you have to go minus. So of course, when you do that, the color is really, white by white. It's not going to show up. So you can say blue. Now that's way too high. So maybe 0.5, okay, 0.4, okay. All right. Now, maybe we want to bring this down a little so it's not okay. Well, let's see whether 0.2 would be better. Okay, so that sounds good. That looks all right. All right. Okay. Next is the y-axis. It's kind of running into each other, so we need to do something about that, right? And that again comes within. Okay, we need to start a theme. Okay, so plus theme. So within theme, we can now do the adjustment. So we have axis. So now we are talking about axis, x-axis text. So axis dot text dot x. So that means the text in x-axis. So if you say axis dot text dot y, so that will be y-axis text, right? So x-axis text, what do you want to do? So the element text. Okay, so that's where we want. So we could say angle equal to say 45. So 45 degrees. Okay. So now that's going like that. Okay. Now if you want these come down a little, okay, like see this is running into the bar. So we can say horizontal adjust. So it's justification h just. Okay. So say 0.1. Well, that's making it worse. So let's say minus 0.1. Well, that's not good. So minus 0.5. No, plus is the correct one. All right, so there you go. Now let's say 1.1. Okay, seems all right. Maybe 0.8 would be good. Okay, so you need to play with it a little bit. Okay, then let's do a title. So plus GG title, right? And then you can type in the title gold medals by country, right? 2016. Okay. So now what happened? It adjusted the length, and this is now kind of messed up. So let's fix that. And if you want this title to be centered, then that should go into the theme. So after the axis text dot x is done, so this is going to come within the theme. Okay, so inside the theme, you can say plot title equal to element text. Okay, horizontal justification equal to 0.5. Okay, so that's going to bring it to the center. Now we need one more, and that is y-lim. Y-limit, so you give the smallest amount and to the largest amount. 1 comma, say 140. Let's see whether that would, okay. So that expanded your y-axis, so 137 is not running into the edge of the plot. Okay. So all of these little pieces will have to be built one by one, one by one, one by one.